Dear students, today we are going to discuss about the various functions of platelets. Before that, I would like to tell you an interesting fact. In the 19th and 20th century, in England and Spain, France, the royal families were facing a serious medical condition that is known as hemophilia. That is a rare disease or genetic disorder which can cause by the deficiency of vitamin K. Since this disease was discovered or seen in the members of the royal family, the disease has got a pet name, that is the royal disease. The disease is such that once from any part of the body, if the bleeding takes place, the bleeding does not stop, or clotting does not take place, or coagulation does not happen. It is a very serious medical condition. If it continues, we will be losing all the blood of the body, and it can result to our death. So, what is the topic is the clotting of the blood, and it's important. So this PPT deals with various functions of platelets, and one of the main important functions of the platelets is coagulation or clotting the blood or stopping the bleeding. So let us go in detail about this topic. Platelets are blood cells which are distributed in the plasma matrix. This plasma matrix is nothing but it's a medium in which all the blood cells are suspended freely, and they will be able to reach the various parts of the body through this matrix, plasma matrix. Now, these platelets are triggered when any part of the vascular column or this vascular system gets ruptured or damaged. The platelets are triggered, or they receive signal from the particular target site due to something known as chemical signal. If the blood vessels get damaged due to any injury, they send chemical signal to the platelets. Then what happens? The platelets then rush to the target site and spread across the surface of the damaged blood vessel to stop bleeding. They spread across like a blanket. It is known as adhesion. Adhesion means to attach. So what happens? These platelets will attach each other, and they make a blanket like covering across the damaged part of the vessel. Then at the target site, the platelets produce a sticky tentacles or hooks like structure which help them to stick one another. So what happens at the first stage, they stick one another, and also these pioneer platelets, pioneer means at first the platelets which are reaching the target site, and they also attract more and more platelets through the chemical signaling. The damaged wall as well as the platelets, both of them send chemical signals to other platelets so that they will rush towards the particular site. The platelets also produce an enzyme. Now the platelets which are present in the target site, they produce an enzyme known as thrombin. Now this thrombin interacts or works with the blood protein known as fibrinogen. There is a protein. Now the plasma matrix also with other proteins known as different proteins. Fibrinogen is one of the proteins, and with the interaction of thrombin with fibrinogen, there is another form of chemical or another form of enzyme created that is known as fibrin. It is net like and which is one of the major components that binds different platelets together. Now you can see in this picture over here, you see the gray color, these are platelets, and the red blood cells are just escaping through this rupture. Now these platelets, with this interaction with the fibrinogen, and they create the fibrin, which is a fiber-like, net-like structure. And after the creation of this net, they attract more and more platelets. More and more platelets cells will get accumulated in this region. The fibrin forms a net at the damaged site that again traps more and more platelets and blood cells, producing a clot that plugs the break. Plugs means to close a break. Now you must draw this picture, so for your better understanding also you must write all these points in your notebook as note.